I sketched up a map of today's job. It's one that I showed briefly on the last vid when I was pruning the fir tree. This is out at the front. So there's two trees. This is not very accurate, but it just gives you a rough idea of the strategy. So there's two trees very close together, and we're going to take down the left hand one. It's leaning a lot more prominently than what my drawing is. Here is a fence behind. This is a grass verge. There's some sprinkler heads and stuff. Here's the driveway. There's a house set back from the tree and garden in between shrubs and small trees and stuff. So we can't drop any of it. It all has to come down on ropes. The fastest way to get the limbs off would be to zip line them down onto the drive, but it's too close, so the angle would be too steep and they'd almost be free falling, which would not only have a higher impact on the asphalt drive, but you don't have much time to react if you have to pull it tighter or let it looser, and Aaron can't stand far enough back really to be in a safe position. He can't stand himself on the driveway and allow enough room for the limbs to drop on the driveway too. They'll land and they could bounce anywhere. There's little lights and stuff on this side, so that's not an option. So we'll rig the limbs down conventionally, but we'll use that method that I've shown a couple of times last year, where we use a friction. We use one huge continuous line and use a friction hitch that we slide along the line or leave it where it is to sling the limbs to. And then Aaron can use this end of the line to lower down and the other end of the line to draw the branches away from the verge. Chipper's going to be down here somewhere. We need a little bit of room to run the lines and put the branches. So I'll spur up this tree and then I'll throw the hook across into the grapple hook into the adjacent tree. I'll swing across there and we'll set the rigging line up. We'll use one of the big X-ring slings. I'm going to use one of them specifically because they're an inch wide, and set with a cow's hitch, there's going to be much less chance of damaging this existing fir tree where I choke it off, because the fatter line, it's not going to bite in as much, and the particular knot we're going to use as well is going to help that. So I'll run that to here, and then I'll run it across into another sling and then lower them down. So this is going to be the point that they're going to be swinging and hanging from. When all the branches are gone, then we've got to do the logs. So we'll use the sling for a little while, so they're still gonna hang. They're gonna tip over and fall, and they're gonna hang kind of upside down as they come down until the point where this line angle is quite narrow, and then we can I can cut them off and sort of let them swing back this way. I'll tip tie them at that point, and we can cinch them up really tight on the rigging bollard. Hopefully these branches are gonna kind of slow the swing down as well, because we don't want to have them bashing into this fir tree and gouging big chunks out of it. So tip tying is probably, or mid tying is probably the most gentle way to achieve this, but it's also important that you get as much slack as you can out of the line. So we're going to use the winch bollard here at the bottom, so we can sort of crank all the stretch out of the line and preload them, so when I cut them off they should almost just separate, and there's just going to be less movement as it swings back. So this is one of my designs actually. If you're a new subscriber and you've only seen me cutting trees, I did used to design equipment a few years ago as like a second job. I did it at weekends and evenings, and as well as doing trees obviously. And then a big company, Stein Products, sort of ran with the ideas, so I licensed the designs to them. They take care of everything else. I just had to do the prototyping and testing and obviously come up with the ideas. So and they get sold now, as you know, across anywhere that where arboriculture is relevant really, like, you know, the Far East and Europe and Australia and New Zealand and North America obviously. A little bit taller than I thought. Yeah. Okay, tighten up, Aaron. I can just move this sling down and just take off a few, you know, 6-7 foot pieces. It's only like 12 millimeters. So, and Aaron's got to actually drag them out by hand now. So there's no point in doing great big chunks. When we get low down, I can do some bigger ones, but for now, we'll just be conservative, and it's quick and easy just to keep moving this down. The reason I'm using this and not going straight to that point is because the limbs will swing and smash all this growth. We can't do that, so we get lower down and we have a steeper line angle. So, you know, we don't want these hanging up in some of them branches as well. So we'll just keep moving this down, tie it off, and I'll push them down there until I run out of battery. Or I've got 3 bars, so I can do a few. It's only a skinny stem. Hold it there, mate. Hold it there. Hold it, Aaron. Okay, down, Aaron. Down, mate. Keep going. Hold it there. That's it. Stuff, man. All finished on the way home. Took a bit longer than I thought that did. I mean, I'm not late or anything, but I thought it'd be kind of mid to early, well, mid afternoon, 3 o'clock finish, and it's 5 o'clock. So, but there's a lot of sawing up to do at the end, a lot of sawdust to sweep, put on the truck, but the site's immaculate. So, yeah, everything's okay. So there's a few more jobs on, which I might video, because I would imagine there's a few of you sat at home not able to work for whatever reason, depending on where you're based. So and these videos have been a little bit longer for that reason, because what else are you gonna do? It's something to watch, isn't it, I suppose. So so I'll do a couple more, and then I'm gonna stop for a while, and hopefully things will be getting back to normal then anyway. Alright, so I'll see you next time. Cheers.